Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Hearts of Iron 4, the Polish Front Let's Play. So we're in May of 1938, nearly halfway through the year, and getting very, very close to 1939, where we can expect a lot of stuff to start happening. We need to continue some just overall production, really. We're trying to crank out more infantry, more mountain divisions, and we finally started producing tank divisions in the last episode. We also have recently unlocked an additional research slot, so we're cranking out our research a little bit faster now. About like 33% faster or so. But yeah, let's go ahead and choose a new research here. I'm not sure what we should take actually. Maybe this. I mean, it is about time for that. We were also looking at possibly like mobile infantry. I think we'll probably do this first, because that's going to apply broadly to everything that we have already got on the field, and will benefit mobile infantry as well once we get that produced. So let's take a quick look here. Our production is doing fairly well. We're cranking out about a tank a week. We have 3 currently stockpiled, and we're going to try to do better once we have more factories to work with. So we won't worry about that just yet. One thing you guys did catch from me, and I really appreciate that, is when I went to trade steel, not chromium, steel, with the United Kingdom, we were already trading with them, and so that's why we didn't get any more. I basically set this to here and assumed that I was trading for 8, but we were already trading for 8, so I needed to up this. But I don't think we'll do that yet, because we don't have the factories to make that worthwhile. So let's see, we've got that going. Internationalism is underway. We have 39 influence, so I think we are good to start moving. We should probably look at this. So we're over the halfway point. Again, it's going to finish the 7th of November 1938, so actually about the end of this year, we will be able to go to war with the Czechs, and I'm hoping that we will beat Germany to the punch here. Again, if we're able to do that, the logic behind this plan anyway is that that will throw them off of their national focus thing and could potentially change, history from there forward. We don't know for sure. We don't know how drastic a change is going to be. But I've heard that this plan works based on reading like Reddit pages and things, and so we're gonna see. If it doesn't, then we're just gonna have to hold the line. We have unassigned divisions, so I believe I keep forgetting what number we're on every time I record. 38 seems like it would be the last one. Yeah, it is. Okay, so you're the 39th Division. Let's get you renamed. And I guess I'll send you here and add you to the Western Army. Let's see. I think there's another mountain division not too far behind. Yeah, they're almost done. And then this infantry division is actually not too far back either. So we should probably start training an armored division. I am going to need to rename these. Obviously, I want them to be in Polish like everything else. But for now, that's fine. We'll just get them started. We need to set a location, and we'll just start with right here. It doesn't really matter. We can always move them around. Not enough manpower or equipment to train. We should have plenty of manpower. Let's deal with this first. I mean, eventually we should have enough manpower. And the tanks will obviously take a while, but we may as well get this started. So let's see. We just finished radio detection. We can go with radar, and that wouldn't be such a bad idea. We don't have any bonuses to take advantage of over here, although a second tier oil plant wouldn't be a terrible idea. That's pretty much it other than excavation for modern stuff. A lot of what we're moving into is 1939, so we'll be taking a slight penalty if we research it this early, which probably isn't worth it. Let's go with this for now. And we'll take a quick look at construction. We are currently building 2 more factories. We're going to want to start building radar, obviously. So I will queue up a radar station here. And we should probably put one out here as well. And perhaps somewhere in that area. And we'll start with those. Obviously, we're going to need to build them pretty much everywhere, but those are like the 3 critical areas. Okay. So the Czechs are posturing back, and our leader says that those naive citizens of the Polish Republic who imagine the Czechoslovakians as a people of peace are entirely out of touch with reality. Those who live at our border do not have the luxury of such delusions, seeing their troops closing in on us just across it. This is a threat we cannot leave unanswered. With every passing day, Czechoslovakia is preparing for war. It would be madness for us not to do the same. Czechoslovakian military presence close to our territory has sparked increased concern as this nation appears more and more to be the enemy of the PSL, which is our Democratic Party. Whether it is the cause or the effect of their polemic is a matter of contention. Regardless, we must ready the people for war. Are we still out in front? No. Germany is beating us, but we have generated 10.1% world tension, which is, I think, second only to Germany at this point. We were in the lead for a while, which I found a bit funny given everything else that's happened to this point with, you know, Italy subjugating the Ethiopians, and I think they've declared war on Albania at this point. They may have already ended that. Maybe not. Let's see. Okay, so no, they haven't. They could be like a fascist puppet, though. I don't remember what happened with them. No, they're non-aligned. Anyway, you know, Japan has gone to war with China, and I think they've already taken the capital. Yeah, I think they did. If I remember right, I think we got that event last episode. But there's been plenty going on in the world beyond just us trying to pick a fight with Czechoslovakia, which I think is, you know, pretty minor given everything else. Oh, that's not running. I thought the clock was still moving. That is not good. What we need to do while we wait is, if we're going to start producing these, which it looks like we might not, given how slow that's going, we're eventually going to want to change these up pretty considerably. And actually, given the option, I wouldn't have any regular infantry in here. These guys are going to slow down the tanks. So what I would do, but we can't do, is put motorized or mechanized infantry in here instead. That will give them, you know, better, not defense, but make them more resilient to like soft attack. And then obviously it will give them better breakthrough and make them move faster, which will allow them to keep up with the tanks and not slow them down. We just had something trigger right there. Oh, Mountain Division is ready. The question becomes, where do we want the Mountain Division? Let's see. We're going to need to name them, obviously. So we have the... I'm not really seeing too many of them here. 1, 2, 22, and that looks to be about it. Oh, 21. And then in this army we have 5, 3, 6, 4. So that's the 7th Mountain Division. And I think what we will do is we will send them here. We will add them to this army, and I will take one of these divisions. We'll take the 36th, and I will start building another like reserve force back here. Because we are going to need, you know, soldiers in reserve. We've already got 2 for the Western Army here. Obviously, the Eastern Army could probably use a couple of those. So I'll basically just have them garrisoning this city, and I can move them forward if I need to. I'm wondering if more, like, their numbers on the border are actually concerning me a bit, because they're looking to have almost equal number of forces, and that's going to be difficult for us to overcome, given that they're going to have pretty nice defensive bonuses from their terrain. So we will see. If we can have a couple of tanks ready before... I don't think it's going to happen, though. These are not going to be done in time. It just says not enough equipment to train. The manpower's already done. There's just not enough light tanks. What I'll probably do is once this infantry division is done, I will cancel this production and just let these two handle my infantry and focus more on these. Because we are going to need that breakthrough ability to probably win this. Because we're into almost July now, so basically halfway through the year. Internationalism just finished. So let's take another peek over here. And so we can choose between authoritarianism or liberalism. Apparently that's going to take this as well, though. Construction speeds actually is not a bad thing, so I don't mind that. Yeah, I can't start that one yet, but we want to basically draw closer to Britain. I want them to guarantee my independence and maybe stop, well, definitely stop guaranteeing the Czechs' independence. That'll be difficult, but we're going to try it. We're democratic too, so things should go pretty well for us. Trade deal opinion factor plus 20, nice. Should probably start trading with somebody else. I'm wondering if trading with the Soviets at this point might be a good idea. When we need more steel, we might look to them and see if that'll help us, because I don't want to be enemies with them if I can help it. We're pretty neutral with them right now. They're not super fond of us. We're a little bit fond of them, but I think we can make that work. And doing it through a trade agreement is going to be favorable to doing it through influence, because then I can use that influence toward other things. And, you know, we need the resources anyways, so it's not really that big a deal. Alright, not going to take that penalty yet. Let's do oil plants. I think we just got another infantry division. We did. This is going to be the 40th Infantry Division. And we will be adding you to the Eastern Army. And adding you to that stack. Okay, now then, let's go to recruitment. And I'm going to cancel this one. So we'll just have one infantry, one mountain, and one armored division being produced. I'm actually wondering if it would be more favorable to, say, instead of infantry, have cavalry. I imagine not, but in terms of speed, that seems like it would work better. Why isn't it letting me choose anything else? Interesting. And then we will want, I imagine, support artillery, support anti-tank, engineers, and when we get them, a maintenance company, because that obviously for, you know, armored divisions and tanks and stuff like that, you know, you're going to need to keep them well maintained. Did they just, maybe it's the fog of war, but it looks like their border just lightened up a little bit. Maybe they're getting pressure put on them elsewhere and they had to move a bit. But we'll see. If we get lucky, we can take these mountain provinces really quickly and easily. And once we get those, it's literally downhill from there. I forget what I said I was going to grab with the next one of these. Oh, right. We were going to look at, let's see. I can do free trade, which is going to do more of my resources to market. I don't want to do that. If anything, we want to limit. So that won't happen until we're at war. So what I'll probably do is, from civilian economy, we'll shift to... I don't know if we should go early or partial. It's going to give me 20% more consumer goods or excuse me, no, it's going to require less consumer goods factories, as will this. This is going to boost military factory construction speed, as well as factory conversion rates. This is going to give me a slightly smaller drop in consumer goods factories needed, but it will still benefit our factory construction speed for civilian factories as well. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which would be better. I'm gonna go with this one, because I'm basically going to say from here on out, we're pretty much done with producing civilian factories at this point. We're going to be building pretty much entirely military factories from here on out. This would be better for that as well, but this will free up more of our civilian factories, and still give us a bonus to that. So we're going partial mobilization, and let's see, how many factories does that give me now? It freed up quite a bit. I think we have 4 now. I think we were at 10 to 15. I think that was 11 to 15 at the beginning of the episode, so I think it freed up like maybe 3 more. Either way, it freed some up, and we'll still be able to produce military factories fairly quickly. And then obviously things like the radar stations will be unaffected by that regardless. How are the tanks going? I'd like to get them up to 4 a week. I'm wondering if I should roll back the planes slightly. Let's see here. We've got some casts standing by. These are all interwar fighters. So I'm not sure where these fighters are getting put. That's another interwar fighter. 52 reserves. Let's see. I should be able to create an air wing. Ah, here we go. That's all interwar fighters. I don't know where the new ones are getting built. Am I building the wrong ones? No, those are definitely the new fighters. And we have... Oh, they're using them as upgrades. Yeah, we looked at that last time, and it doesn't seem like they're being upgraded. Also, we were short on... I think some of our soldiers didn't have enough weapons. And I think that's probably due to or at least partially due to the fact that we're training so many divisions, and also that they're in constant exercise mode. So this is actually using up supplies and stuff. So yeah, upgrades. Let's raise the priority on those a bit, because we don't want to go into war with like no bullets. And we'll keep an eye on that. I think the numbers, yeah, there it goes. That's what we want to see. And this mountain division's about to finish. This one's actually moving pretty quick as well. If anything, maybe we should slow these down a little bit. I might, yeah, I'm gonna bump you to higher priority, and we'll roll these back just a little bit, because I think we have enough infantry, at least for this war. Oh man, I keep forgetting when I click on that. I think it's resistance. Yeah. Every time I click on the air bases, it screws my map up. Well, so far, I wish this war would just kick off. It's not far away now. We're into October? No, September. We're into September, and what is this? A number of communist delegates from around the world met in Paris today for a founding conference, laying the groundwork for what has been known as the Fourth International. Calls for its formation have existed for years, with supporters of Trotsky's theories taking the lead. Stalin has responded to a growing support for Trotskyism abroad by ordering additional assassinations and increasing propaganda against his old rival. With the past purges of suspected Trotskyists in the high ranks of the Soviet military and leadership in recent memory, this is unlikely to be met with any resistance. Okay, well, things sound pretty rough for the communists right now, but maybe that's good for us. If history holds, though, they'll get through it for at least another, I don't know, 50 years or so. So, we'll have to do something about them eventually. France and Britain announced an alliance, and our defensive focus is done, so we will grab Liberalism. And what was that bonus? Right, the construction speeds for forts. That's something we're going to need to work on as soon as our... Man, a lot of things happening here. Uh-oh. That is not good. So, Czechoslovakia is falling apart, and we must act quickly to protect territory with significant Polish populations before it can be seized by Germany. Czech ownership has always been contested by us, and it is time for the region to rejoin our nation. Okay. So are we getting a free chunk of territory out of this? I'm not sure. The Germans definitely just grabbed up part of it. The Munich Agreement. German demands for Sudeten territory. Sudeten territory. I don't know why I said it weird. Sudeten territory in Czechoslovakia, which is home to a considerable German minority, have intensified. Let's see. At the summit held in Munich, Germany, Britain, France, and Italy sought to find a diplomatic solution to the so-called Sudeten crisis. Czechoslovakia was not invited to attend. That's interesting. An agreement was reached in which Germany annexes the Sudetenland, but will not pursue any further territorial gains in Europe. Right. Mr. Chamberlain spoke to crowds in London. For the second time, a prime minister has returned from Germany, bringing peace with honor. I believe it is a peace for our time. Oh, you... Mr. Chamberlain, you idiot. It's funny, in older... I think Heartsfire 2, I don't know if it continued through other games, but the cheat for free diplomacy or whatever in Hearts of Iron 2 was Neville Chamberlain, as like a nod to him, which I thought was funny. So I thought we were going to gain some territory out of that, but we didn't. I think it just means that certain parts of this are now like... I think we get foreign claims on it? No? So I don't know what that did. It said something, but apparently most of this is claimed by the Hungarians, and that's about it. Let's see, are you guys... You guys are fascist. Okay, that's problematic. Let's see... Romania. Non-aligned. Huh. I'm wondering if we could maybe ally with them. They do like us. Improve relations. I don't know if I want to do that. We'll think about it. We are out of time though, so I'm gonna break off the episode here, and maybe you guys can help me figure out where exactly that event was supposed, or what exactly that event was supposed to do, because there's no changes to any of the territory along this border. Or wait, maybe there was. Yeah, they're in what looks like Polish territory right there. So I think we did get this small little piece, which means we're going to have to, you know, add some divisions in there. So you guys are actually going to march over here and kick them out. And then we'll have to put another 3 infantry and a mountain division here. They have tanks. That's concerning. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the plan so far, and if you have any suggestions, I always like to hear them. We're working on the tanks. Now that they're prioritized, I think we'll get them done a little bit quicker. They're still moving pretty slow because of our slow tank production. And then the reinforcements are being taken care of, albeit slowly. So hopefully we can handle that before this war kicks off. It's not long now, so we'll see. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Hearts of Iron 4 with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.